HarperCollins presents Well Fed, How the Way We Eat is Destroying Our Health and Planet and How to Fix It, by James Collier. Read by James Collier. For my mother, Rhiannon Collier. Part 1. Contemplating the Food System. Chapter 1. An Imperfect Food System. The global food system is broken. I often hear nutrition and climate professionals make this statement. They have a point. After all, with worsening diets, environmental pressures, and questionable agricultural practices, it's as crucial as it is urgent that our food system is improved. It may surprise you, however, to learn that I don't wholly agree with the claim. Our food system is not broken, but it is far from perfect. Indeed, in many ways, over the past several decades, it's been getting better. For example, more and more people have greater access to sufficient calories and protein. The number of people facing hunger decreased by 150 million globally between 2005 and 2019. Yet, in other respects, it's travelling in the wrong direction. Our environment is being destroyed, animals are increasingly exploited, and metabolic diseases of excess prevail. The number of people afflicted with the numerous health conditions relating to diet and lifestyle continues to rise. With people continuing to fall ill as a result of what they eat, we're increasingly reliant on the advances of medicine to overcome the wrath of poor nutrition, when, from one perspective, many of the food and lifestyle-related illnesses shouldn't be an issue in the first place. The modern food system is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, worsening the critical nature of the climate crisis. Despite the fact that there's plenty of food to comfortably feed every human alive, so much so that more than 1 billion tons of food are wasted every year, undernutrition continues to remain a problem for millions of people. The way we grow our crops makes them less nutritious than nature originally intended. Yet people who would otherwise struggle to provide for their families rely on mass growing for sustenance. There are justifiable concerns about the suffering inflicted on animals through intensive farming practices, some of which also contribute to the poorer quality of food and environmental destruction. If we continue to fish in the way we do, it will not be long before we disrupt the whole marine ecosystem, leaving insufficient fish left available in our seas. In addition, poor food choice is linked to many of the problems people are experiencing with their mental health. These are just some of the key concerns relating to our imperfect food system. All of them can be resolved. Each issue demonstrates the imperfections of our ever-expanding food system. While some of the problems have been driven by economic incentives, greed and shoddy political decisions, many are the result of good intentions in the quest to provide one of the most basic of all human needs, sustenance. We need to improve the way we produce and distribute food. We need to eat, and we need to eat better. A growing problem. You might be thinking that I'm playing with the words broken and imperfect. Surely, something that's imperfect implies that it's broken. For a food system to be broken, it must once have been intact, and this has never been the case. As a helpful way to illustrate what I'm getting at, let's use an analogy. A very old carpenter has been very slowly building a wooden dining table. He's been building this table for around 12,000 years. Initially, over the first several millennia, he made great progress. He designed the legs, a tabletop, and most of the parts required to put it together. Gradually, as civilization progressed, he gained access to better and better equipment, such as metal tools, which he used to assemble it. A couple of hundred years ago, the technology available to him accelerated, so much so that he eventually had pretty much everything he required at his disposal, such as machines that should have enabled him to build the perfect dining table, one that could be used to feed everyone. All he had to do was to implement some of the finishing touches and make sure everyone had access to this table. However, our carpenter noticed that not only was the number of people he needed to feed growing rapidly, but everyone wanted to eat more. Consequently, he decided that his table needed to be both wider and higher.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?